With more than 35 years of experience, Astor has been directing the market and representing our country on a global scale. Voltage switching products and contact transformer substations are produced in our high-tech factory located in 2nd Organized Industrial Site of Ankara. With this constantly upgraded technology, Astor responds to both domestic needs and as a great family contributes to Turkey's economy by exporting to 60 countries. The products are designed in the most perfect way with the aim of growth based on R&D and design. Astor considers occupational health and safety with a great importance in conformity with the law number 6331 and the related regulations and carry it above the existing standards by placing the subject at the highest level within the company's vision. Occupational health and safety studies at Astor A.Ş. are carried out with the participation of all our employees in the consultancy and follow-up of occupational physicians and occupational safety experts. Occupational health and safety is considered integral part of the all works carried out. Acting with the goal of zero occupational accidents, Astor prioritizes occupational health and safety in all activities. It is our priority to ensure safety and security of our esteemed visitors as for our employees. Please obey to all occupational health and safety rules during your visit or work. The entrance and exit of the visitors to the factory site are made through the main security gate. Reverse park your vehicle in accordance with the rules of emergency escape direction to the location in the parking lot shown to you according to the instructions of the security guard. The information of all visitors to our factory is recorded. The security guard will give you your entry card after you have completed your registration for the entry process. Please read the visitor entry rules to be provided by the security, review the plan of enterprise, and carry the visitor entry card in a visible way during your visit. You will receive occupational safety training by the occupational safety specialist in the OHS unit until the attendant Astor staff arrives. After watching the occupational safety training movie that is currently being played on the screen, fill out the form and sign it. Bringing equipment that will harm people, such as firearms and cutting tools, to our factory using alcohol, alcoholic beverages are prohibited. You should use your personal protective equipment consisting of hard hat, reflective vest, protective goggles, ear protection, and steel-toed shoes while walking around the production areas. Entering the site without your companion is dangerous and prohibited. We have a number of rules that must be conformed for the people who will drive in the factory site. Vehicles only with permission are allowed to move to other parts of the factory site, except for parts reserved for vehicle roads. Passengers are not permitted to ride on vehicles without a seatbelt. All passengers in the front and rear seats must wear a seatbelt. If your vehicle contains chemicals, you must inform the security officer during the registration and hand over the material safety data sheet to the security officer. The speed limit within the boundaries of our factory is 20 kilometers per hour. Please comply with the speed limits and traffic signs. For safety reasons, do not use your mobile phone while on the move in our facility. If the driver has to answer his or her phone, the driver must stop the vehicle in a safe place and make the call. All construction equipment, such as forklifts or tow trucks, have the way priority. When you encounter a construction machine in the factory, you must stop and give way. The visitors or employees must be equipped with the personal protective equipment provided to them before entering the production site when they leave the vehicle. Smoking is prohibited in our factory except for the areas reserved for smoking. Taking photos or using camera cannot be performed without permission. Stay tuned to your companion during your visit. Follow the instructions and follow the black stripes for the safe walking paths. Never walk on the forklift path. Do not enter places without adequate lighting. Please do not cross any lanes and barricades that are on the site. Do not approach stacks in warehouses and open areas. For your safety, hold on to the hand railings as you climb up and down the stairs. Never approach to any construction equipment. Do not fall within the machine's range. Pay attention to moving vehicles such as cranes, forklifts, and do not cross under loads. Do not touch the boards, electrical parts, or cables. Please do not engage employees. Pay attention to the warning signs in our factory and learn the meaning of them. These signs will indicate the rules and hazards. White markings on blue background give orders. Black markings on yellow background warn. Black markings on red background mean prohibition. As you can see, 5 muster points are marked in green for any emergencies that may occur in our factory. Please specify the closest muster pointing the area you will visit or work. You can see the location of the muster point from the enterprise plan that was previously given to you. In case of emergency, press the emergency button on your nearest area or call 1015 from our nearest factory telephone lines, or call the telephone number 0312-267-0156 from your mobile phone and notify the emergency officer and ask for help. If an emergency occurs or you hear an emergency alarm, please do not panic and follow your Astor personnel and leave your place as soon as possible. Please obey the instructions of your companion and reach your nearest muster point by following the direction signs. Follow the instructions of the person in charge of muster point and help that person. Never enter the area where the emergency occurs, which is confined with safety lines by emergency team. In our factory, our infirmary is always ready to be used in case of emergency. The infirmary is located on the left side of the exit of the central administrative building. Do not forget, as long as you are in our factory, following these rules will save you and other employees' lives. In our factory, entrance records of laborers from outside are kept regularly. You are expected to submit the required documents to the security guard. Various documents regarding to your company must be forwarded to Astor before you come to work. These are General Occupational Health and Safety Training Participation Certificate, Periodic Inspection Form, SSI Entry Declaration, PPE Embezzlement Form, Temporary Assignment Certificate. In case of missing documents, Astor has the right to stop the work. The protective equipment of the machinery and equipment brought by the subcontractors must be complete, and the electrical cables must be undamaged. These equipments are checked by Astor, authorized personnel, and the usage of inappropriate equipment is not allowed. In our factory, due to occupational safety rules, without any Astor staff, no single work is carried out in the work area. If this occurs, you must inform Astor personnel. Hard hat, safety glasses, reflective vest, and steel-toed shoes are mandatory for the non-Astor personnel. It may also be necessary to use other personal protective equipment depending on the conditions of the work area. Remove the personal items such as watches, necklaces, rings, and so on before starting work. It is forbidden to work on the machine and in the part of factory where you are not assigned to. Operation is not permitted when the machine and equipment are not in their housing. Do not interfere with moving equipment without turning off by the authorized staff or without a protector. In cases that require work permit, a risk assessment document should be prepared and delivered to the OHS unit before the work if it is deemed necessary by the OHS. Some activities that require work permit are indoor works, lifting operations, scaffolding, working at height, hot working, demolition, and dismantling of all kinds, revision works to be done in electrical installations, night works. Before these kinds of dangerous works, inform your supervisor and the factory department manager and make sure that the work permit form is completed. Do not work under suspended loads and do not cross under suspended loads. Never lift people with lifting and mechanical handling appliances. Never run inside the factory or joke around. In the course of your work, the front of emergency equipment such as fire hydrants, emergency exits, fire cylinders must not be blocked. The high lift equipments in our factory are inspected periodically. Please check that the appropriate label is available for these equipments. All electrical or non-electrical work equipment and tools that you will use comply with the occupational safety regulations and have enclosures on them. Portable electrical equipment used on the site must be tested and labeled. During maintenance and repair, the working area is surrounded by safety cones, safety strip, warning signs, and will be collected at the end of the work. Never enter the enclosed areas with the safety strip. Safety harness should be used when working at height. In our factory, the works do not start without necessary fall prevention and limiting measures in the works over 1.5 meters. Dangerous situations and near-miss cases that may be experienced on the site should be reported to the related Astor staff and to the Occupational Safety Unit. You mean a lot to us. Please follow the rules in the factory.